Hi everybody, it's Wednesday and it's 1 o'clock and I'm Ginger and this is Chattin with CHAP and I'm so glad that you're tuning in to talk with me today. We're going to review some information about Homeschool University today. Hopefully you are seeing the little URL there, homeschool-university.com. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, this is a fabulous online, it's like a training course for homeschool, how to homeschool. It's also a great refresher course for people who have been homeschooling for a while, and we're doing this in conjunction with some other groups. If you go to homeschool-university.com, you'll see a whole list of schools who are all, schools, I just said schools, states that are part of Homeschool University. So if you scroll down, you can see Start Strong, Pennsylvania, and that is us. So the reason I want to talk about it is it's a 2-week course. It's 14 days and it covers so much. So if you've been talking with people or you're new and you feel like you don't have all the information you need, or there's many people continuing to pull their children out of school, and I encourage, if you can encourage them to do so, that it's so good to have your children at home, to be with you, and there's so much going on in public school these days, and it's just really good to analyze that. But I encourage you, if you have any inkling to bring your children home or someone that you're talking to that is, please encourage them to do so, and you can point them to this Homeschool University course. So let me talk to you a little bit about it. So, we're in Pennsylvania, and if you're getting into it, you're like, whoa, the Pennsylvania law is like, what is going on? And there's many Facebook groups, many forums. Homeschoolpennsylvania.org has tons of information about how to homeschool in Pennsylvania. Well, that is in day 1 of Homeschool University Start Strong Pennsylvania. It is all videos explaining all the different parts, the affidavit, the objectives, the log, how to do them 180 days, like all these types of things. When, what if my kid turns 6? When do I, compulsory age, how do I deal with that? All those videos are contained in this training course on day 1, explains everything about Pennsylvania homeschool law. The second day in Homeschool University is getting started. Like, how do I get started? Okay, we've decided to homeschool. I'm in. I got it. But what do I do? So that's what day 2 goes through. And there's a little chat session at the end of each day to talk with some homeschool pros that have been doing homeschooling for a long while at the end of each day. So that's really great. Day 3 is choosing curriculum and learning about learning styles. So if you don't know about learning styles, that's an episode we should do again on Chattin with CHAP. It is, basically auditory, kinesthetic, visual, or a combination of the 3, or some others that I've heard of before too. So that day in Homeschool University, Start Strong Pennsylvania, talks about curriculum and learning styles. Day 4 talks about testing, evaluations, and record keeping, and how to approach those topics. Day 5 talks about educational stages. Now that is, we're talking like pre-K through high school. Like, what do you do for pre-K, young elementary? What do you do for older elementary? How do you handle junior high, senior high? So day 5 covers all of those types of things. Day 6 is academic nuts and bolts, which is like, what do I teach? What do I have to cover when? What's really important? What's fluff? That kind of stuff. Day 7 is about time management. And I know some of us are really challenged with managing our time. Some of us are really busy and don't have enough time. So it talks about these things and helps you wrap your brain around how to handle all of that. Also, Homeschool University talks about parenting and discipleship. Having your kids at home, that is the opportunity to be training them in your values and your beliefs, and making sure they understand your worldview and how you interact with the world and how you respond to it. So it's awesome. It's a beautiful thing, actually, to be close to your children and training them in that way. Day 9 talks about homeschool works. Well, the title is Homeschool Works, and what that is that there's they talk about alumni, homeschool alumni, and life after homeschool. So what is life like after homeschool? Do homeschoolers feel prepared? Are they ready for college? Are they ready for work? All these other types of things. And that, it's a concern. You want to raise your kids to be adults, functioning adults, and be able to deal with whatever is put before them. So that is what day 9 is about on Homeschool University. Day 10 talks about civics, and civics, oh my, if civics isn't important now, holy cow. So we have to be involved in civics, and they talk about that and learning how to get geared up. And I'm just going to keep encouraging you, be praying right now, be contacting your legislators about what is concerning you, and not just because of the season that we're in right now. I mean, this should be a regular habit for us, that we should be involved in civics in the life of our Commonwealth and of our country. So day 11 is homeschool lingo. I mean, there's some newbies out there would be like, what are they talking about? Like all these homeschool-esque words that some of us who have been homeschooling for a long time, we actually forget that it's homeschool lingo. You know, when you get used to saying something for so long, you forget that people don't understand what you're talking about. So that's what's addressed in day 11. And then day 12 is myths. I mean, we've all heard the myths. We've heard many different types of things. The biggest one, of course, is socialization. They do talk about all these myths about homeschoolers and dispel some of those in Homeschool University. 13 is long-term vision. Getting through this year is excellent. It's an excellent goal, but it's also really important to have that long-term, where am I going with this? What do we want to do with this as a family? What do I want to achieve even with each individual child? What do I want to achieve as a parent? So long-term goals are very important. And then day 14 is homeschool parent and professional educator, which is you. And you yourself being a lifelong learner and teaching your kids to be lifelong learners. Honestly, we're constantly learning, right? How about with technology? Constantly. I mean, all these new apps, all these things come up. We're constantly learning new things. There's other things we can be learning. We can get into new hobbies or whatever as we get older, but it's important to constantly be growing and learning, and you're instilling that in your children as a homeschool mom. So all these topics are wrapped up in Homeschool University. And let me tell you, not only that, but at the end of those 14 days of training, there is tons of special needs learning, learning differences, types of information in this course. I mean, tons, so many videos, articles, there's so many things. And there's good, there's a few speeches they have in there at the end from conventions and other homeschool speakers for you to listen to. So not only do you get that 14 days of training that you can go back and refer to forever. I mean, once you purchase the Start Strong Pennsylvania at Homeschool University, you have it forever. You can log in forever and ever. And then all the special needs help. There is so much. So if that is a concern to you, or you know someone who needs help with a learning differences child, please tell them about Homeschool University. Please point them in that direction. So you can see the link. It's homeschool-university.com. And if you scroll down and check out Start Strong Pennsylvania, that will take you to our state-specific information. So I encourage you, even as a returning mom who's been doing it for a while, I encourage you to go take that course. It is an encouragement. It was an encouragement to me when I did it. I was surprised. I thought I was just going through to be like, okay, I'm validating, checking this in. But I was like, oh yeah, it's good. I was reminded of a lot of things. So I really encourage you to go check out Homeschool University. So something I wanted to share with you today. You will notice this is my second week being in my car by myself, because unfortunately Dee has had to step down. And my heart breaks, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are really sad about that too. So we won't be doing Chattin with CHAP together. So what I'm going to do, I'm in the middle of a tech week in a show. I'm directing, producing a show. If any of you know anything about that, you know what it's like. We're coming up on dress rehearsal week, tech week next week. It's craziness. So I will not be doing a show next week. And the next week is Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be taking a break that week also. But I will be coming back. I'm not exactly sure when. I need to kind of think about Chattin with CHAP and how we want to move forward. If you guys want to comment, give suggestions or thoughts, prayers, whatever, I welcome them, because I would, like to hear what you're thinking, where you're coming from in regards to Chattin with CHAP. And I'm very thankful to Dee for the 2 years we had. It was amazing. I enjoyed talking with her so much. It has been so good. So at least for the next 2 weeks, there won't be any Chatting with Chap. I might jump on a time or two in December. I do have some topics to talk with you about. But yeah. So, and just in general, I mean, this whole craziness that's happened in the year 2020 has really affected CHAP. It's really affected us as an organization. So we are really thinking through and working through some things that need to be decided. And there could be a lot of change with CHAP. So I invite you to pray for us. I do ask for your prayers for us. Steve is the chair of the board, and we have lots of decisions to make. So I would appreciate your support through prayer. Christy Rucker has been posting volunteer positions on Facebook and through the e-news. So if you have interest in any of those, please contact us through Facebook. You can email staff at chaponline.com. Also, if you have any interest in helping CHAP out through volunteer service, we would appreciate that. So that is it for this week. So I encourage you, go check out homeschool-university.com. Scroll down to Start Strong Pennsylvania and check out our course. It is very thorough and very good, and you will have access to it forever. And be in prayer for CHAP. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I love that you watch. I love that you're here. I pray that you will comment and give us some encouragement or suggestions or whatever, because we are here to support you, to equip you, to encourage you, to connect with you, and to keep moving forward on our homeschool journeys together. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you in a few. Bye.